Hi everyone, it's Neil Walters with neilsvideos.com. Tonight I thought we'd look at StrongBlock.com. It's not .io, one of those that still uses com. I had to double check. So this is the website. I'm going to go ahead and jump over here to what they call their app. So what is the concept of StrongBlock? The theory is that more Ethereum nodes help the Ethereum network thrive better. And now they're doing Polygon nodes as well. So I haven't done that. I've only done the Ethereum nodes. If we scroll down here, this is not mining, by the way. This is just running a node. And I'm not sure what rewards the node holders get themselves, but we're going to get our rewards from StrongBlock company itself, or the StrongBlock app, basically. And they do have some NFTs that like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, but they're all sold out. You might be able to pick up a used one on OpenSea. But I'm really not into that. It can basically improve some of your capabilities, but they're not cheap, okay? And this is some of the partners they say they work with. These are some of the top leaders. I've seen several videos with David Moss on YouTube, and he goes over a lot of good information there. I'm trying to find you some basic information. What if we go down here to facts, FAQs? I guess they divided their facts into these different sections. Let's talk about rewards. That's what we're interested in. We're all interested in earning rewards, right? So what are rewards and how do I get them? StrongBlock provides rewards for being involved with the protocol. Rewards are calculated as the Ethereum mainnet blocks are created with a node reward of 0.1 strong per 7,000 blocks of the Ethereum mainnet, which is usually around one full 24-hour period. If your node has been running for part of a day, you will not earn 0.1 for that day. You will earn a ratio, etc., etc. If less than 7,000 blocks have been created, you will earn around 0.1 strong only after 7,000 blocks have been created. Do not expect 0.1 strong rewards for a node that has not been active, etc., etc. These rewards are the following activities: mining, node signaling, being signaled, NFT staking, and running a node. Okay, so 0.1 strong per day, basically. That's the reward. And maybe you can just round it down a little, but think of it this way. If you put a certain amount into StrongBlock, as long as they stay successful and as long as the coin stays equal in price, it will take you, I'm going to say 110, maybe even 120 days to get your money back. I mean, in theory, it would be 100, but there are, of course, fees involved, and then we just give ourselves a little bit of padding. So if you buy a strong node, then, in theory, 100 days later, you're going to earn back your investment. And not just at the end of 100 days, you actually earn a small percentage of it each day. And that's what we'll go look at shortly here in the app. Before we get into the app, I want to show you a couple other resources you can go to find out more information. I like the Reddit site. I'll put the link below the video, and lots of good questions and answers on here. And of course, you can ask your own questions. And the first question that always comes up with Strong is it a Ponzi or not? What's a Ponzi? A Ponzi scheme is where basically it only succeeds if more people get involved with it. And you know, I've been doing a lot of videos about like Townstar and Gala Games. Is that a Ponzi? Well, hopefully not. But, you know, is Apple a Ponzi, right? Apple will only grow if more and more people get involved with Apple, the company, right? Same thing with Microsoft. So anyway, if you come to these forums, I'm just going to warn you, there are people that are dead set, you know, against it, and they think it is a Ponzi scheme. And then there's people that are 100% for it and say it's not. And I think, you know, an average person like us, I don't think we don't know until it's over, right? If something happens and it goes under, then everybody says, yeah, it was a Ponzi scheme. But if it stays running for a year or two or three, then it's probably not. So the way I looked at it is I wanted to get all my money back within about 100 days. And then after that, I will consider replowing some of my money back into it, okay? Let me show you one more thing. Okay, here's another page I'll put in the links. It's the page how to set up node. Okay, you're going to have to use MetaMask or something similar. I talked about that a lot in my prior videos. You're going to have to go buy the strong coin and put it into your MetaMask wallet. You can use Uniswap to that, or you can buy your strong coins on Qcoin, for example, and then move them to your MetaMask wallet. So then you're basically going to click buttons to add or start your node, and you're going to basically give or gift them or donate to them 10 of their strong coins. At that point, you no longer own the coins. You actually transfer it to them. And I'm going to show you in a minute when I find it what they do with those coins, okay? So you basically, I'm not going to say lose, but basically you send the coins to them. You don't have your coins anymore. So let's just call it lose. You lose your initial investment right away, and then you gain it back at basically 1% a day over the next 100 days, okay? The neat thing is it doesn't end at 100 days, by the way. So as Strong is around for another 10 years, this could be the best investment of my life because it's going to keep generating the same amount of coins from now on, that's the cool thing about it, okay? Okay, this was the first site I could find the answer to my question. This is the distribution. The 10 strong that you contribute is what they call it, a contribution, is used to create your node. It was used in the following manner. You will not get them back, but you will have the opportunity to earn strong over time. So 10% of that is used for future use, 10% to strong ETH and strong link pools for rewards, 20% to the strong pool, 60% to the node reward pool, and it says distribution subject to change over time. There's also a concept here, actually, just like Bitcoin has a halvening. So even though you will get rewards in the future for as long as they're around, they may lower those rewards. They're going to have their own economics to adjust everything. So basically, you hope they don't halven it in your first 100 days so you can get your original investment back. And is it sustainable, or how is Strong sustainable? I hate to just read this to you, but that's the biggest question, is if it's not a Ponzi, how did they stay alive, right? It says this, sustainability can be looked at two different ways, the project and the reward pool. The project is currently in transition from the initial proof of concept phase to the operational phase. The proof of concept has entailed StrongBlock, creating and building systems, protocols, and infrastructure. Part of this has been building the core project, node operators being rewarded for operating nodes. That's us. With this key piece, there is no product to offer their nodes as a service. This is called NAAS, Nodes as a Service. That's the service they're offering, in theory, to other companies who would want to use this. The reward pool, on the other hand, simply refers to the length of time that the reward mechanism can operate without having a source of monetization from outside sources. At first glance, this appears to be a basic calculation of how many months the pool will last. In reality, it is a bit more complex as the protocol replenishes the reward pool with all the new nodes created, NFTs sold, as well as the changes brought about by reward adjustments. For the past 6 months, the reward pool has been steady. With the anticipated node balancer, node launcher implementation approaching, monetization of the project will greatly reduce the importance of the reward pool mechanics for sustainability. So I know that's like the boring part, but that answers the question, hopefully to some people, why it's not a Ponzi scheme. So now let's go look at the fun stuff. This is the part you've been waiting for. So we're going to go over here and we're going to click app. So now notice the URL at the top of the screen is app.strongblock.com. And this is where you can do things, but first you need to connect your wallet. So I'm going to go over here and say connect wallet. And I'm going to use MetaMask. The other choice is something called Wallet Connect, which I've never used. Okay, and it's telling me to connect to the Ethereum network. So what I was doing earlier today, I was looking at maybe buying some coins on the Binance Smart Chain. So I have to go up here, my MetaMask. We talked about this a little bit, and I think it was the prior video to this one. So see here, it says Binance Smart Chain. I'm going to just click that. I'm going to go to the Ethereum mainnet now. Those are called networks, and you can actually connect to 4 or 5 different networks using MetaMask. Okay, so now I'm back to this one. Now my wallet address is up here in this little green box, but I'll be hiding that a little bit. And here you can see the 3 nodes that I've created. I think there's nothing really secretive about the node names themselves. And you can see the dates I created them. So I bought one on October 3rd. I kind of saw how the system was working. And then almost the end of the same month, I bought a second one. And then a few days later, I bought the third. And one reason I was buying then, I think, was because of the price. We'll go look at the price in a minute. But, obviously it's better if the coin goes up, because when you earn your rewards back, it would take less than 100 days. If the price of the coin goes down, it technically takes you more than 100 days to get your coins back. Now, what you would do to create a node is you would say here, create your node. And I'm not going to do this today, but you give it a node name. This is where it tells you where your donation is going to go. You agree to all the terms, and then you're going to click the create button, and then it's going to take the 10 node out of the 10 strong coins, the 10 strongs out of your MetaMask wallet. So you have to put your coins there first before you attempt this, okay? So that's how you would create a new node. Now, once a node is created, you do have to pay fees on it because they actually run on a server. But fortunately, you don't have to be a software guru at all. It's going to run on their servers, and they're going to handle all the technicalities for you. You just have to pay them a small fee to do it. And I can't remember exactly what the fee is. You can go look that up. The worst thing about paying fees is you have to pay the gas fee on Ethereum when you pay your fees. But what you can do is you can pay these, I think it's 60 days ahead of time. So like here, I could say right now, pay all node fees, and it would pay all 3 of these. And it would just basically add like a 30-day credit to all of them. Except this one, I don't know if it would do, I don't think you can go beyond 60. So I think the only one I could really renew right now is this one. I wish they were all on the same schedule. Unfortunately, they're not. Now, the most important thing is don't forget to pay your fees, because if you don't pay your fee, you lose your node, and then there's a chance, of course, not a chance, your node will quit earning from that point, and you never, ever get it back, okay? So you must pay your fees. So I go to like Google Calendar, and I set myself a reminder for every 2 weeks to come here and check, when my coins are due. So, I'm really tempted to do this one right now, because 21 days is getting pretty close, and I might forget, right? So let's do this. Let's do pay fee. Let's just see how much it is. Okay, so the fee is, this is what's weird. The gas fee is $23, and the total is $38. So that means the fee itself is only about, 38 minus 23, about $15, okay? So when I say it actually takes like more than 100 days to earn your coins back, that's because you're paying these fees here. So remember my prayer video, I showed you that you could actually change this. So if you click edit, I have a whole video on this, so I'm not going to spend much time on it here. Go to advanced options, and then here, this is in Gwei. I'm going to try to put in like, say 80 here. It says it's too low, but I'm going to try it anyway and click. Now it might take an hour or two, but it's still going to be cheaper this way. I'll click save and confirm. And that will not be immediate. Like I said, that might take an hour to run. So now what you notice up here is this is your total rewards. I have 1.19 strong coins right now that I can claim. When you click the claim button, it will transfer them from wherever they are right now to your Ethereum wallet or to your MetaMask wallet, okay? But again, there's a gas fee when you do that. So I've only claimed one time. The other day I had 22 in here, and that I think was the example I used on my other video that I showed how to set the MetaMask fees, because it's not something you're in a hurry for usually when you do that. So I'll let them at least pile up to, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 or 20 strong coins before I withdraw again. Then down here, you can see the rewards for each of your nodes. And I'm trying to think if that's for today or what. Let me see if I click that. What happens? Oh, that's a claim button just for that one wallet. Now, there is something called the strong pool, and I haven't used that yet, but I think the concept there is maybe you could claim them to the strong pool, and then you could use them to buy another node. So what a lot of people are doing is they plow their rewards from the prior node into the next one. And that's probably what I did on November 10th. So rather than probably going and getting 10 strong coins on like KuCoin is where I usually get mine, I probably took my rewards from my first node and or second node And then I use those to buy my third node. So maybe I only needed 3 or 4 strong coins to do that one. But now that I have 3, I'm in my mindset that I'm going to get all my money back before I put any more into it, right? So after I get so I would have 30. I would have 10 strong coins for each of these nodes. So when I get all 30 of those back in dollar equivalents, not just coins, but the dollar equivalent of those, at that point I will claim them, and then from then on I will decide, do I want to do like a 50-50, like claim 50% and then build new nodes with the other 50%, or maybe a 1 out of 3 type scenario. Now, of course, the one thing we haven't talked about yet is the price of the coin. Okay, now this is not the strong coin here. This happens to be Olympus DAO. I was looking at buying that the other day, and I noticed it's fallen off a whole bunch. But I want to make sure it levels off or starts going up if I decide to buy that. It's another kind of similar project to StrongBlock. A lot of people call it a Ponzi as well, but very interesting project. So I want to show you this screen, charts.cointrader.pro. I use a combination of this and TradingView. With TradingView, I actually pay for the high-level annual subscription, so I get all the bells and whistles. But sometimes when you're dealing with newer coins, they don't have it. Like, for instance, Townstar is on CoinTrader, but I don't think it's on TradingView yet. So anyway, when you're on either one of these sites, they work very similarly. You just click anywhere in the middle of the screen and you start typing letters. And I want to type in, for instance, strong. Oh, wait, did I hit this? I think I hit escape first. No, you don't have to hit escape. You just start typing and boom, that little screen will pop up and it'll show you the different markets. And of course, we could go to strong to Bitcoin, strong to USD, strong to ETH. And notice over here you have the exchange. So that's on the Coin Paprika site. You can pick Coin Market Cap, or you can pick usually Uniswap down here somewhere. Like there's Uniswap. Oop, that's another coin though. Here, strong USD on Uniswap. So let's look at that one. Okay, so there's your chart, and I'm going to scroll down on my mouse button here. Do we get over here? There we go. So on my other chart, I actually keep track of when I bought it. I think the first time I bought it was like maybe here. Let me just draw a little here. It's like I think I bought it either like here or maybe here. And then when it started coming down, I thought, oh, it's going to come down a little and keep on going up. So I bought, I think, a little more here. And then the last one I bought was maybe, oh, I think my second buy was here. So I think I bought it like here, here, and here. And then we've been through this loop. And now, see, it's actually back to, okay, right now it's $582.91. So that's the bad news, guys. Right now you have to have 10 of those. So that's $5,820 you would need in strong coins to basically get a strong node. Now they're talking about in the future some kind of a way where you could maybe just buy 1 or 2 and have a mini node, or maybe, I'm not sure if that's the right terminology, or maybe a fractional node where you share a node with 4 or 5 other people, something like that. So I know that's one thing they've discussed, but I have no idea if and when they're actually going to do that. So the point is the coin is not totally going down. Like some other coins I bought, like Clima, for instance, it seems to have just gone down ever since I bought it. But this one, was going up pretty good at first, and then it's made this little loop here. And, we don't know what it's going to do next, obviously, but I'm hoping it'll kind of loop back up this way. So the other day, let me put another arrow on here. I sold about right there, almost at this little top, because I think my original purchase, like I said, I think it was this arrow right here. So by the way, you can draw lines on here. So you go click on that little thing there and see you can draw a line. So basically, I'm just doing this from memory. I think that's where I bought. So it didn't quite, it was like $10 or $20 maybe short of where I bought it. But I said, I'm going to cash out my 22 coins right now, and I still need to cash out another 10 to basically break even. Okay. But there might be another swing upward, in which case it could change everything. And by the way, you cannot sell your node either once you have it up. Kind of committed to it. So let's go back one more time just to review the step-by-step node guide. To do this, basically, you're going to need, number one, MetaMask, some kind of wallet. You're going to need some Ethereum to pay your Ethereum gas fees. You're going to have to get the strong coins somewhere. That's your choice on some exchange, such as Uniswap or maybe KuCoin, and then move it to your MetaMask address. Of course, you're going to connect your wallet. That's kind of obvious. And check your gas fees. And then you say start a node, give your node a name, give your node a description, review the terms, approve it, confirm it, and then wait for your node to create. It says it can take 30 minutes for your node to create. And then basically you'll see, let me just show you one more thing here. I think these numbers are calculated actually like in real time. So just for example, I can't say it now, but I wish I can, the video I'll be able to go back. But right now it's 39.85, right? So if we wait a little while, maybe even a minute or two, that's what I'll do. I'll just wait a couple minutes. We'll come back and see if this number moves up. Oh, there it moved up right now, 39.86. So see right there in that second or two, I made like, whatever that is, 1,000th of a strong coin just then. And then if we just keep watching, we'll probably see it bump up here to, it should be roughly, again, like what, 1,000 times a day. Remember they said they do it every 7,000 Ethereum blocks. Oh, and by the way, notice here, while we're waiting on that, it says my next fee is due in 51 days. So a while ago, I think it said due in 21 days, right? So now that means they got my payment. So using that lower gas trick on my ETH, again, worked for me. Yep, and there it bumped up to 39.87. You see my coins are just growing as we speak. Totally passive income, if you want to call it that. Now, how you figure this on your taxes, I have no idea. I did some theories on that, but you really need to talk to your tax accountant. By the way, to kind of close this out, I'm not telling you to get one of these, okay? I would say this is one of the more riskier things you might do, but so far it's paid out well for me. And as everyone says, I'm not a financial investor. Check with your own advisors and, do your own research, make your own decisions. Don't blame it on me if it goes up or it goes down or anything else, because you're in charge of your own money. And the little interesting fact I'm going to share today about myself is I was born in North Dakota, and the first place we lived there was in a little oil field camp in northwestern North Dakota. I believe it was called Charleston. Little tiny town. And an oil field camp is basically where, I guess back then, there wasn't enough housing in the town, and there was an oil boom. And so the company actually built, I think it was 3 rows of 10 or 20 houses or something like that. And so we were oil field trash. That's what some people like to call us back then. My dad worked for that company for 38 years and retired. The name of the company back then was Amerada, and then they merged with Hess. And for a while, it was called Amerada Hess, and then they just started calling it Hess. And I believe they don't even have oil in the U.S. now. I think they're all offshore stuff. And then when I was a kid, I would say, I'm never going to work for an oil company, especially that one. And guess where I worked my first 10 years after I graduated college? Same company, Hess. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.